So today we're going to talk about the verb estar and expressing emotions. So tomorrow when we come into class, our question of the day is going to be ¿Cómo estás? How are you? And when you respond, you want to start with the verb estoy, which means I am, and then you're going to add in an emotion. So if I look, I have the pregunta, the question, ¿Cómo estás? How are you? And then my response, I always start with estoy, saying I am. And then we're adding in an emotion. So bien, good. And then we have all of the other emotions that we went over in our vocab earlier this week. So we have aburrido, cansado, feliz, etc. And something that I want you to be looking at as we're looking through all of our emotions here is that some of them have this O-A. Not all of them. We have feliz and triste that don't have this O-A, but that's really what we're focusing in on today is this O-A. So emotions will have masculine or feminine endings based on the gender of the speaker. That's just how Spanish works. And so for them, masculine emotions end in the letter O and feminine emotions end in the letter A. So that means that the person who is speaking, if you are masculine, if you're a man, then your emotion is going to end in an O. And if you're a girl, then when you say an emotion, it's going to end in an A. But also note that if the emotion ends in Z or E, there's no gender change. So this only applies to the O/A's. So it doesn't apply to feliz or triste in our cases. So if I wanted to fill in this table with the missing forms of the adjectives, then what I have here is I have the masculine already in here. I already know that I'm going to be working with aburrido/aburrida. And so when I have the masculine as the O ending, that means that when I type in the feminine, it should end in an A, aburrida. So this is what you're going to do in your notebook as well. You're going to add in those endings so you can see the difference. And here I'm already starting with cansada, so take a second to think, what would I add for the masculine? What would be the masculine form of cansada? And if you think that it would be cansado, you are correct because it's going to end in an O instead of an A. Next up, I have the feminine version of happy, meaning feliz. So what would be the masculine version? If you're thinking this is a trick, this is also feliz, then you are correct because this is an emotion that ends in a Z or an E. So there's no gender change. It's the same for both masculine and feminine. Emocionado as the masculine. So what would I say if I was a girl and I was excited? Emocionada. All right. So what you're going to do in your notebook is we've already done half of these together. You're going to try the second half on your own to fill them in, as well as answering the questions that are at the bottom of this Google form. And then we're going to do a couple activities with emotions, really make sure that we're ready to go. And then when we come in tomorrow, we're going full force. We're going to practice speaking with ¿Cómo estás? We're going to practice speaking with all of these 3 questions that we've been working with this week. So make sure that you are ready for that and reach out if you are confused by any of this or if you have any questions so that we can get to the bottom of this now instead of later.